Hello. Hell. Fucking hoppers. I don't know. I mean, not too long ago, I'm just like, I don't know. I'm so comfortable with rolling my eyes at everything, being sarcastic and, raspberry flavored. Um, Raspberry flavored. A mod pack focused on exploring, farming, and taking things easy. But not too easy. A vanilla plus mod pack aimed towards people who want to take it easy, but not too easy. Extended, but not tedious. RF, raspberry flavored, aims to make the early game a little bit longer and more interesting in a few ways. And that's the thing, right? You want to rush through the early game so that you can get to later on, and then you're later on, right? And you beat it or something. You complete the whole thing, and then damn, the beginning was really good, but it's so short. It's so short. So, at the same time, you wanted to see what comes next, but also, um, well, and with a video game, you can replay it, right? You can replay it. You can play it again as many times as you want. There are only some exceptions, and in those cases, usually those are the kind. Oh, there are a couple of things. There are a couple of things that are, um, you know, lost media type things that are, like things change hands. The rights go from one thing to another, and then they, you know, then gets taken away. But stop killing games, whatever, all that. But but usually not, right? It'll be there pretty much forever. And all the things that happen, character dies, right? And you can replay through the character's death an infinite amount of times. You play, you watch something, you play something, same thing, right? Oh, you can see them again. They're brought back to life because going through it again before they were killed off, right? And you can kind of just like live in that sort of thing of, oh, it's like they're not even dead. It's like they're still around, right? Like, there's not really anything new that's going to be added with them or anything like that, but they're still around because you can go and relive it easily, just like that. It's preserved forever. you know? And you can just relive it. You can just go through the motions all over again, you know? And the whole thing of, when it comes to that sort of thing, uh, it's a fairly common thing for people, well, you know, so there's something you really like, right? And you're like, so, you know, you rewatch or replay or whatever it over and over and over, and you wear it out and stuff, and then you're like, damn, you know, just like an addict, just trying to hit the same high again and again, right? As the first time around or whatever. And oftentimes there too, you know, you'll only grow to appreciate something after, you know, or the more subtle things necessarily on plenty of repeat playthroughs. So actually, maybe your whatever, maybe the its high point for you is actually on like your third time through or something, right? I say playthroughs. I don't know. I'm just, yeah. You know, anything I say about video games, whatever, same thing applies for movies and shows and books and even and whatever. Um, but you know, I feel like if I don't say that, I feel like if I don't state that, then why do you do this? I feel like if I don't state that it's applicable to a lot of different things, then you know, you might just kind of be like, I don't know, you know, you write it off somewhat and whatever. Um, Speaking of books, library. Um, well, there's, you know, there's the bad side of everything, right? There's, um, you know, censorship stuffs. Um, you know, it dates back to the burning of books. Modern day stuff, it's kind of just like, you know, things that are like deemed as like things like blasphemy or whatever. And modern day things, it's just like take them out, just like they're not welcome here, sort of thing. Just, you know, um, in America at least, right? Unconstitutional kind of shit. But that is kind of just like allowed to be the case because, just cause. Um, you know, people write off things, right? Without even, just on first glance, first impression, you know? A lot of people kind of just decide right away how they feel about something or someone or whatever. What do you mean a lot of people? Everyone does that. It's a survival thing. That's why it's there. Um, it's why a lot of things are there. Do you even know why you feel the way you feel? You know? A lot of it comes back to that survival. Caring about other people, feeling every which way about other people, caring about people at all. Um, your odds of survival are much greater with others by your side than alone. And what's survival for, right? Your survival so that you can stay alive, so that you can procreate, keep your species alive. Wow, right? And everything else is just add-ons, nice to haves, or whatever. Whatever. Sure, enjoy your time being alive. Or be miserable. don't think at all, think way too much. For your convenience. Oh, right. No, sorry, we're skipping ahead too much. More interesting in a few ways. Fire striker. Flint and steel, but cheaper. Make unlit campfire kindling and light it with a fire striker. Okay. Grants a helpful effect. Comfort. It's so silly. Grants a helpful effect. Comfort. Grants passive health regeneration that's active even when the food bar isn't full. Granted by lit campfires and various foods. Wow. And there's that too, like, well, I guess the really, in very simple terms, the anyone can understand without thinking much at all whatsoever. Um, the actual finer details go very much so over all of that, and I actually am somewhat aware over that sort of thing. But in simple stuff, oh, I think I mentioned this too, but you know, I find it so very interesting how, it's things that everyone knows. It's just, well, these two biological processes that are pretty whatever. So, you consume food. It becomes a part of you. You are what you eat. Literally, you know. Um, that's used as like some whatever, fucking water is wet. Fucking, water is wet is used as some, uh, you know, drink milk to make your bones stronger type crap. Like, that doesn't, yeah, okay. you know, we don't need to, we don't need to go on the ins and outs of how, what am I going on about? Okay, well, it's not as bad as that. All right, it's not as bad as that. I guess it's usage or whatever, but um, the thing with like cow's milk or whatever, it's not made for you. It's not made for you. I mean, breast milk isn't made for adults either. You know what I mean? And then that's a step further. Even past that, if you really think about it, right? You know, drinking cow's milk. You know, if you think an adult drinking breast milk is one thing, like, okay, so here are the levels to it. All right. So you have a baby drinking breast milk, right? A newborn or semi-newborn baby. Okay, come in. Okay. You're a fucking baby. God damn. So you have a baby drinking breast milk and whatever, right? Okay. That's like, yeah, okay, attention. Yeah, I understand. Okay. And then you have, right? Uh, which, the whole thing there, I guess, in regard to like, um, oh, like doing that in a public place is legal or whatever. I mean, yeah, pretty much in all instances, as it should be. Um, and then, I guess you have a couple crazy people that are like, ew, what are you doing? What the fuck? Blah, 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 blah. How far we've fallen. Yeah. So, you know, used to have, you know, statue of David and all that kind of crap, right? Um, I don't know. Nudity used to be a little bit more, and you know, a bit of a resurgence and such, and in some ways, you know, some things never go away. What is your fucking problem? Oh my god. Um, you know, the beauty of stuff, less so the well, what how how things are paraded out around, you know, fucking trashy, okay? Really fucking trashy. Instead of beauty, it's trash. Instead of beauty, it's trash. You know, same thing, right? But it's completely different, you know? So, yeah. And, oh, I mean, childbirth stuff in general, there's a certain beauty behind all of that, right? Um, you know, at the same time, it is gross as fuck, right? All the biological stuff in general is, right? At the same time as being incredibly fascinating and complex and this and that, it is very, you know, it's very all of that, right? Not necessarily that pretty of a sight, you know what I mean? To see a lot of that, right? But you know, and it's a little weird to act like it is, you know? Like how it all works, and yeah, even how it is, and even this and even that. But then you got stuff like, you know, you got mothers eating their placenta right after, you know, and things like that. So, you know, not too common, but I mean, you know, there are um, everything you could possibly think of, you know. There are hundreds or thousands of people doing it. And those numbers only increase. With there being more people, means more possibilities, means more people doing all of the same shit, blah, 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 blah. So, you know, yeah, things aren't, you know, one of the most peaceful times throughout all of human history is now, but because of sheer quantity, you know, like it's the same, or I mean, it's a lot of things have decreased. Like things are safer than they've ever been, you know, if you really do look at the, like, take it as, instead of, you know, oh, bigger number, yes, bigger number, that bigger number global population, you know, the actual percentages, the actual this and that overall for a lot of things still remains lower, you know. It's just one of those things. It's just one of those things, you know. I wasn't alive, you know, back then, but I'm not a complete fucking idiot. And I'm like, oh my god, everything is the worst that it's ever been. Oh my god, everything is this, everything is that, blah, 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 blah. No, it's not. Very, you know, for the most part, it's all very first world problems. Okay? Um, for the most part, that's what it is. It's very first world problems. It's very. Go rock that interview, huh? Yeah, okay. Alright, I hate advertisements so fucking much. Anyways, grants a helpful effect, right? Stone tools are no more. Say hello to copper tools. I think I said everything I had to say. No, I did not. I did not. Actually, the thing that I was going to say, the two things that I was going to say, I have not said still. I don't have much to say about them. I don't know why I went on a fucking breastfeeding child birth fucking tangent or whatever, but what the fuck. Oh, but anyways, oh, so consumption of meat and whatever, right? um okay, right. As simple as can be. Say you're eating a steak, right? Say you're eating a steak. Say you kill a cow with your bare fucking hand. Oh, good luck with that. Do you have any idea how big an adult fucking cows are? Oh my god, cows, man! Kill a cow with your bare hands. I mean, I think your very, very best bet would be without the help of any tools whatsoever. If it is with your hands, I mean, like kicking or something like that. But I mean, yeah, go for the head, right? I don't know. Try your hardest to twist that, really take them by surprise and twist that thing's head right off, kind of thing. Um, you know, other than that, I mean, as with all things, if you do have something, if you have like a metal rod or something of the sort, jam it in there, as hard as you can through the eyes, right? But yeah. Well, anyways, oh, so yeah, say you eat a steak, right? You are what you eat, yeah? So the steak becomes a part of you. Well, some of it does, right? Some of it doesn't really ever. And anyways, so protein, right? You know, protein's in plants too. Okay, protein's in every, fuck it. A lot of the same things are in every, you know what I mean? Like there's a lot of overlap there, really. There's a lot of overlap um, between blah, blah, blah and blah, blah, blah. There's a lot of overlap. Um, there's a lot of not overlap, obviously, but there is a lot of overlap too. Um, you know, different forms, but still the same. Proteins it's just like what makes up structures. Like it's just one of the thing that makes up the structure of a living organism. And so so yeah, you have structure as a living organism, and you know, uh, what? Oh, so I don't know. It goes from there, and then it goes to, and then, you know, it's like I ate this steak, and now its meat is in my biceps. The muscle, it's like the muscle of the cow becomes my muscle. This is no longer cow muscle. This is manly muscle or whatever. Me. Anyways. Cows, am I right? Cows. So, new address. Oh, and then the other thing is breathing, right? So, a lot of you, well, you're mostly water, right? But, anyways, a lot of you is, oh, and yeah, the thing there too. So, hydrogen and oxygen, right? And the whole thing there, you fucking burn it. You you burn you burn the damn two gases together. You get fire, and then you get water. Water comes out of the fire. I mean, that's that's some Jesus turning water into wine type shit, right? Sure, whatever. Alchemy, yeah. Um, chemistry is alchemy. Yeah. Oh my god. Particle accelerator. Holy shit, we made gold. We're rich. Ignore just how much it costs to make this happen and just how little gold it is. We're rich. We are fucking rich. We are so goddamn rich. You know, a couple more accelerations, and we won't have to be doing this shit ever again. You know what I mean? It'll just be a hobby, right? It'll just be a hobby, exclusively. You know, firing one thing that you can't see against another at another thing you can't see, and the vast majority of all of it doesn't ever make contact, and it just, oh, what the fuck? Real ASMR. What the fuck is that? I don't even want to look at. I don't really even want to know. You know what I mean? Okay. So, but yeah, the beauty of things, right? Certainly. Oh, that's sorry. I just get distracted. Um, so breathing, right? That's something you do. Okay. So every time you breathe or whatever, the air goes in and then it goes out, and most of the air is nitrogen. It's not even oxygen, and ain't that something? And actually, pure oxygen, 100% pure oxygen. Um, it's you can actually kind of, well, I mean, same thing. Actually, to a lesser extent, a decently lesser extent, you can, it's like oxygen intoxication or whatever. Same thing. I don't know, like you just your body really, really likes ratios of things, and it's like if you displace like literally all of the carbon dioxide, it freaks the fuck out, I guess, and you can kill yourself doing that. As can you with helium and whatever the fuck else that you're displacing the oxygen with is the issue there. But if you breathe 100% pure oxygen, like it just same thing with like hyperventilating and whatever. It's kind of, I guess that's similar sort of thing, right? It's not the same thing, but it's similar to just like hyperventilating, voluntarily or involuntarily. Um, it's like, oh yeah, boost little whatever resurgence type of whatever the fuck or whatever. I don't know, but like if you're like sucking pure O2 off of a gas tank or a oxygen tank, whatever the fuck I mean. Like senile, whatever, blah 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 blah. Under hospice care or something, right? Also O2, right? O2, it's oxygen, like they're free radicals or whatever, right? Oxygen, little, blah 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 blah, by themselves. Doesn't like to be by itself. It's a little unstable, right? It loves to be paired up, O2, and then in the upper atmosphere and stuff, and in the upper atmosphere with whatever free radical stuffs, with cosmic rays and all that flying around all over the place, and then you get instances where it splits apart, right? O2 splits apart into elemental oxygen by itself, and then like one elemental oxygen will join with an O2, and then you get O3, which is ozone, which ozone is toxic. Ozone is toxic, but it's great up in the upper atmosphere because the ozone layer, that's what it does its thing, right? Oh, it shields against all of that stuff. Blah 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 blah. It's like, oh my god, it's just such a, blah 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 blah. There's such overlap between, just like even in the upper like there's such overlap between all of that and how life works, right? It's the same damn thing, it's the same damn thing. um it's just that kind of shit, right? animal consumes another animal, you know, and they join together and they split apart and this and that. It's the same damn thing. There are comparisons to make all over the place, you know, with the fundamentals and whatever. And it's so easy to get distracted. There's also a lot of overlap between how your brain works and the universe, just like as a whole, like very zoomed out and whatever. There's a lot of, it looks very similar, you know, that too. But so yeah, I don't know, you breathe and whatever, right? And shit like that. And oh, so you breathe in oxygen? Sure, whatever. I mean, yeah, I guess. You breathe in oxygen, I guess. And, you know, mixes around, blah, 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 kind of, sort of, whatever, in your little lungs there for, well, you know, briefly. I don't know, it mixes around with itself. I don't know, stomach churning type shit or whatever. Blah, 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 blah. You know, oxygen, blood, blah, blah, blah. Heart does its thing. It's a glorified pump. Very glorified. Oh my god. It's like, yeah, it's pretty reliable, but it's like, really? Really? It's like heart over your, you know, it's like, it is so intensely glorified. It's absolutely ridiculous. Like, it gets a cooler sounding name. Heart sounds cooler than brain, you know, but brain is so much cooler than heart. Brain is so much cooler than everything else. It's just, you know, and like your heart is like has some anything remotely to do with like your emotions. No, it fucking doesn't. It fucking doesn't. It's a pump. It's a pump. It's like, oh my god, here's a pump, and I just hug it real tight, and I'm just like, you know, this is responsible for all my feelings or something, and I feel it in my heart. Like, what the fuck? It's because it's, and it looks gross as fuck too. It doesn't look like, you know, like the fucking pretty thing, which may or may not have come to be, you know, fucking may or may not be like, you know, something pear and testicles or whatever the fuck, I don't know. I don't know. Yeah. And anyways, the breathing in and out and the fucking oxygen. You know, I think I'm just repeating myself over things, but I don't know. Okay, I repeat myself every so often. Whatever. Breathe in oxygen, and then you breathe out carbon dioxide, right? There's a lot more going on there than just that, you know, but sure, you breathe in oxygen, blood, breathe out carbon dioxide. Carbon dioxide, where's the carbon coming from, right? That's the difference there, right? You're breathing out carbon dioxide. The carbon's you. The carbon is in you, right? You're breathing out parts of yourself, you know? You're breathing out meat. Breathing out meat. All kinds of like pathogens and saliva and all that too, you know, becomes a vapor. Pathogens, yeah, you know, it's you can get each other all sick, you know, and you know, we're all basically making out by just standing next to one another, you know. Yep. Shouting in someone's face is one of the gayest things you could ever possibly do. Like shouting and screaming and like your saliva all over them. Especially like spitting on them or something, like, my god, like at that point it's like, you know, and kissing too. I mean, kissing is like for the most part like socially acceptable um whatever, PDA, public displays of affection. It's it's like socially acceptable, out in public, all over the place sex. You know, it's like have sex uh, in front of everyone. You know, one orifice making contact with another. Um, yeah, you're breathing out parts of yourself. You're breathing out parts of yourself. You lose weight by breathing. Yeah, technically, jack shit of anything, but yeah, I mean, sure. Breathing and sweating and blah blah blah. You know, the whole thing there. I don't know. Fucking people dehydrating them. You know, bodybuilders dehydrating themselves, getting all oiled up, nasty. Showing off your sweaty hot bods to other men, huh? Okay. Stone tools are no more. Say hello to copper tools. Pay attention to your crosshair and see whether you're able to harvest a block or not. Oh. Green and red. Look at that. Let's take a clip. Oh. Well, that works too. You know, the whole thing of like scroll wheel or like, you know, clickety clackety or type shit, fucking, I mean, I don't really particularly like it all too much, but, you know, the whole thing of like having like, I think the feel of it, right? It's the feel of it, the feel of feedback, you know, and less so the sound of it, right? So, tiny little green dot. Oh, still a tiny little, you know, red X. Yeah. Green check, red X. Oh. So, pay attention to your crosshair to see whether you're able to harvest a block or not. Okay, I don't want this super zoomed in. Yeah. Okay. For your... Shut up. It listened to me. Yeah, it totally wasn't just like, you know, right? It listened to me. It totally wasn't just ramping up just to ramp back down immediately afterwards. No, it wasn't doing it, you know, irrespective of me telling it to shut the fuck up. No. It was because I told it to shut the fuck up. Do you see how stupid I sound saying this? You know? Something to think about. For your convenience, RF includes various quality of life features such as iron pickaxe with durability of 700 and 1.2 whatever the fuck this, and a diamond chest plate with, you know, and a netherite axe. Well, thank you. This is very convenient. Thank you so very much. These are some great quality of life features. Oh, whatever. Increased tool and armor durability all across the board. All tools harvest blocks quicker. The F3 menu won't display coordinates, but compasses and depth gauges can when right-clicked. Okay, I guess. What? Oh, look, it's a copper golem. Wow. Spyglasses can be activated from anywhere in your inventory with the press of a button. If there's one thing that these motherfuckers value, it's convenience, right? With the press of a button, and will show information about targeted blocks and mobs. Hey, I mean, convenient. Well, there's a difference. There's a difference between convenience and like. There's levels to this shit. You know what I mean? There's levels to this shit. You know, don't hand it completely. Oh fuck, I really do need to do that right now because oh no. Oh no. Okay, spyglasses can be activated from anywhere in your inventory with the press of a button and will show information about targeted blocks and mobs. Atlases will hold maps and automatically fill them out as long as you keep the atlas in your hotbar. They'll also display a nifty mini-map in the corner of your screen. Removed and replaced. RF has opinionated changes some may find questionable, but were, in fact, thought through carefully. Enchanting as you know it is gone. No more experience, no more enchanting tables, no more enchanted books, and no balance disrupting enchantments like mending. Mending is balance disrupting? I mean, I think mending is maybe like one of those kinds of things that it's like You know, like after you've already beaten the game, you know, for convenience's sake or whatever, right? Or something. Like after you've beaten the game, like, oh, you get mending is unlocked after you defeat the Ender Dragon or some shit, right? You know? Yeah. You know, don't completely remove it, just make it so that it's available when it doesn't. Well, I mean, it's not like it doesn't really matter anymore. It's just like, you know, I don't know. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Fuck you. Okay. Villagers, their villages, and illagers. Goddamn illagers. What the fuck kind of a fucking name, right? Have all been removed. A select few who fucking came up with that? God damn it. A select few items and mobs related to them remain, but villager trading and raids are no more. We don't take kindly to. Yeah. It's endless. The end dimension and almost everything related to it has been removed. Well, strongholds, end portals, end stone, chorus fruit, end cities, shulkers, elytras, you name it, it's all gone. The replacements. Yeah, get rid of it and replace it. You know. Yes, though marketing it, well, I guess marketing or whatever, you know, as like Minecraft Plus kind of implies that it is just kind of plus and not, you know, taking things and replacing it. Not like it's, I don't really care either way. I don't care about whatever, but the replacements, okay, whatever. The replacements. New tool tiers with innate effects similar to enchantments. Paragliders, safer, slower, elytras. Safer. Safety in a video game. What a concept, right? Safety in a thing where there are no real consequences, you know. Well, I mean, you know, right? Manufactured consequences, you know. I don't know. Well, all consequences are manufactured. No, actually, no, they're not. A lot of them are. Okay. Societal based ones are. Okay. Civilization. I prefer the term civilizationary. That's not a word, but it sounds kind of cool, right? Civilizationary. Enchanted tablets, a better non-luck based way to enchant your gear. Machines, drills, saws, harvesters, all of them can be automated. Yeah, and here's like the mod stuff, eh? Yep. It's pretty far down the list if we're, you know. Yeah, it's pretty strange ordering maybe, you know. Maybe, I mean, well, you know, you put the basics at the top. Like, it makes sense. It's just for the sake of, like, you know, getting people blah 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 blah, right? It makes sense to be this way. I guess it's just very genuine or something. But I don't know. Well, I don't know. I don't know. I guess me personally, I would probably just swap, right? Because, okay, so we've like seen three things so far, right? We have the basics, right? The basics that are adjusted. We have for your convenience, but I'm kind of lumping this in together. I'm lumping the extended, not tedious, whatever basics and for your convenience together into one, because whatever. And then removed and replaced is its own thing. And then the replacements, right? The replacements is the mod, is the real, you know, meat and potatoes mod stuff, right? And then there's the removal, and then there's the basics, which are these two things, yeah? Me personally, I would swap places with this mod stuff, the replacements, with the mod stuff and with the basics. I would stick the mod stuff up here, you know, because it's like the primary whatever, really. So I would stick the more moddy stuff at the top, and then the basics there, right? So even though like it does make sense, it makes more sense to be this way, but you know, you got to think about it a little bit past just what makes sense, right? Fantastic Four. You know, the birthing scene there, just look, she's enjoying it a little bit too much. You know what I mean? There's a complaint there. It's just, just yeah, okay, all right, okay, since we're saying birthing stuff, that you know, you're not supposed to get sexual gratification from giving birth or from having your titties sucked on or whatever. Just, yeah. People are the problem, So, oh yeah, so I don't know. I would just swap those two because like this is like the more so primary whatever. And yeah, you got to look at it a little bit past just what makes sense, So I would swap those two. That's what I would do. Because like, yeah, I don't know. And it's endless. Yeah, I don't know. Well, I guess that's really the primary mention to make or whatever. It's endless. The end dimension. Okay, yeah, right. The replacements. Enchanted tablets, a better non-luck based way to enchant your gear. Machine. Yeah, I already read this. I think machines, drills, saws, harvesters, all of them can be automated. More powerful beacons with stronger and better effects depending on the materials used. That is a thing. You know what I mean? As difficult as it is to get to make a fucking beacon. What is it? China has just defeated a wither and now has whatever enough blah 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 to make a beacon. That's what this means or whatever. Yeah, I think it was right. Yeah, I think it was. Anyways, storage made simple. The Onion. I think that's The Onion. No, actually, I don't think that's The Onion. Whatever. It's Onion adjacent, right? Good stuff. Storage made simple. Bundles condense up into a stack of different items into a, and the thing to be said there, right? You have to get more extravagantly, more ridiculous, even more ridiculous with it, as time goes on, right? So storage made, if there's one thing that in this day and age, I mean, things have always been ridiculous, but that's one thing that now more than ever, sure, ridiculousness, okay? Batshit ridiculousness, okay? That's, I think, I mean, it changes forms. I guess it's, I don't know, because there are a lot of really ridiculous things that were the case too, but I would say that ridiculousness is greater now than it's ever been. I would say that is true. Yeah, I would say that that's true. Even though there have been plenty of ridiculous things throughout all of human history too, but yeah, I would say that is certainly higher. Now, things being worse, no. Like I said, no. But ridiculousness, yeah, sure. I'll give you that one kind of thing, right? Yeah, that is true. So storage made simple, right? Storage made simple. Bundles condense up to a stack of different items into a single slot, and their contents can be scrolled through by using the mouse wheel. I've also, I guess, worn out this. Has it always sounded like this? I don't know. Similar, at least. I don't fucking know. I have broken plenty of things, I'm good at that. I'm good at breaking things. It takes a lot of skill to break things, I've broken many, mouses, keyboards, headphones. Not really. I have broken a couple of controllers before, but there's only one instance that I can think of where I have broken a controller and it was out of frustration. It was this and that, and it was when I was like 12 playing Kingdom Hearts 2, of all things. Yeah. When I was like 12 playing Kingdom Hearts 2. And it was the underworld, Olympus Coliseum world, Hades and all that, right? It was the underworld stuff. And I actually think I might have been I was the I think it was optional stuff, right? It was the waves of whatever. In Kingdom Hearts 1, it's above ground, right? It's in the Coliseum. Hercules, right? The Disney movie Hercules, right? It's in the arena up there, right? It's still called the Olympus Coliseum regardless, but in Kingdom Hearts 2, it primarily takes place. I mean, you arrive there in the Coliseum, but it more so primarily takes place in the underworld in Kingdom Hearts 2. So it's a little bit strange that they still say, but you do show up there again. It's just, it's a little bit like in ruins or whatever, and it's pretty much the whole thing is the underworld in Kingdom Hearts 2. So it's like, okay, whatever. But anyways, yeah, I think it might have been optional, might not have been. I don't know. I don't think it. Well, some of it is like it goes right. It's just like Jak 2 with the fucking whatever stuff or whatever the fuck, right? It's just, I don't know. Just a particular, I guess, like way of doing things that pretty much everything, I guess, kind of stuck to somewhat, a little bit, like mechanics wise or whatever. I don't know. Just whatever, right? During different time periods, there's plenty of overlap and stuff and exchanging of ideas and things like that, right? Whatever. Same thing now, right? Now it's fucking just, well, it's its own thing too, right? And then that'll change and blossom into something else, something new, something, I don't know, better or worse, whatever. You say, think what you want to think, right? I don't know. But yeah, with with that, but anyways, yeah, it's the waves of enemies and stuff, the waves upon waves of enemies and all that. It's 52 minutes. What the fuck? Okay, well. Anyways, waves and waves of enemies and such, and all that in the underworld, right? Yeah. And I don't know. Yeah. So yeah. Throw it on the ground and whatever. Oh my god. Okay, so storage made simple. Bundles condense up to a stack of different items into a single slot, and their contents can be scrolled through by using the mouse wheel. Disc fragment. Pink sack. Bone meal bundle. Pink sack. Pink sack. Pink sack. Pink sack. Pink sack. Such a diva up there, Such a diva. I can dig it. Okay. Pink sack. Or disc fragment. Pink sack. Sacks can carry 12 stacks of unique items in each slot, and they can be scrolled through as well. Storage interfaces and terminals can interact with multiple storage blocks at once, allowing for simple, organized bulk storage. But wait, there's more! Loads of custom recipes, tweaks, and new items. Heated. Ooh, what's this, huh? What's... Why are you showing me the crafting recipe for... Oh, okay, it gives you 6. That is actually kind of true. It is quite expensive to make hoppers. That is true. Why 6, though? Why 6? Even number, I guess, right? You use 5 pieces of iron, so you'd think it would be like 5 or something. 6, even number. Yeah, 5 makes sense, too, because 5, 10, 15, 20, fucking times 2 it, and it's 10. But, there's a good bit of other things that are 5 are 6s. I think, aren't ladders in 5s? I think it's in 5s. It's in threes. Never mind. Well, I knew it was something like that. 5, 3, whatever. Odd number, okay. Yeah, loads of custom recipes, tweaks, and new items. Beautiful biomes to explore. This is the most beautiful thing I've ever fucking seen. Blocks. New ores to find. Oh my god. Okay. It looks so fucking stupid. The deer or whatever, yeah. The bear looks so fucking stupid. I wouldn't even say like in an I love it kind of way. No, I don't know. It just looks fucking stupid. Anyways, cute and cool animals to... Okay, now that I love. I love that. I love the little crossing out, whatever. Cool, cute and cool animals to kill. Observe lovingly from afar. Right. And a completely custom set of advancements that'll hopefully help guide you through some basic progression and mechanics. Campfire kindling can be lit by sneaking and right-clicking on one while holding 2 twigs in both hands, or by using a fire striker. Standing in close proximity of a lit campfire will grant the comfort effect. Right, comfort. Some items will also have additional information displayed in a JEI. EMI tab. Oh, EMI like EMF, like an EMF reader. Anyways, tabs, so be on the lookout. They're helpful. Sounds great. Sounds pretty awesome. Sounds pretty sweet to me. Contributors. Oh, wow. Yeah. So many fucking people. Yep. Let's go through the contributors. Let's go through the credits. Raspberry project lead, Basilia programming, Discord and GitHub management. Oh my god. Okay, it's so fucking okay. All right. I do dislike that, it going on to a second line, you know, just so that the text can be larger or whatever. Okay, it's a little bit squishy. It's a little bit squishy smushy. Cassian CC, creator and main developer of Raspberry Core. Why is the creator not the first one? Why is the creator the third one? Project lead. Okay, I guess whatever. They do more work. Still, though. Main developer, you say. It's like... Huh? Why is that the third one? Why is Cassian CC the third one? You know, based on what's stated, creator and main developer of, right, of Raspberry Core, I guess, of a particular facet of it. Sure, I don't fuck it, whatever. Davig J. Davig J, major work on Raspberry Core, creator of various useful mods in RF. Okay, yeah, I guess, sure, whatever is a particular... You're right, it's the what it runs on. You know, it's not the whole thing itself or whatever. Okay, whatever, sure, but... I don't know, you say creator and it's like, yeah, alright, whatever. You know, like creator, it's right, it's like it's godly or whatever, you know, it's like at the top, right? I don't, it feels a little strange, feels a little wrong maybe to be like, you know, third and, well, nothing for there to be multiple. It's fine for there to be multiple. I don't know, sure, whatever, thousands of gods, whatever. Noel with the weird little, I don't know what you call that. Is it? I don't think it's called an accent, right? Accent is just like the other ones. You know, I don't think that's lumped in there with being called an accent. But anyways, Noel, major sprite / texture work in music. Scratching. Quit your fucking scratching. Major sprite / texture work in music. You're going to jump down soon, so I'm going to cover my hand over the power button because I have to do that. Nive. That's a name. That's cool, actually sounding. Nive. Major sprite / texture work. Quinnome D. Quinnome? Yeah. I guess Quinnome. Because there's no U. So it'd be Quinnome. Quinnome D. Programming, creator of Cube. JS. Delight. Craberation. Craberation, programming, music, Discord management, Asaf, major programming work, Derb, major sprite / texture work, Chad Vaffen, VAFN, a Chad. Okay, all right. Anyone who fucking, like, even if that's your real name, I mean, you know, going by that regardless is still like, you know what I mean? I mean, it's also quite something to, like, actually use your real name for. I mean, look at me. I don't give a shit about safety, but, you know, but still, I mean, it's like, okay, and then I also have that additional, whatever. Okay. Ideas, Discord management, Kuroto, public RF SMP server owner. Oh my god. Mevvad Jukar, creator of various essential mods in RF, made tweaks upon request. Okay. Interesting mention of that. It's a little unnecessary, but yeah, okay. Sure. I don't know. I am a, well, I'm not going to call myself that, but I am a something of unnecessary additional added on details all over the place, right? Of way too much information. Much more than is necessary. So sure, yeah, I get it. Okay. Dolt H. Haven, mod configurations, creator of some useful mods in RF. Mithril Bagels, sprite / texture work, creator of some resource packs in RF. Gemiscus, sprite / texture work, probably Echo. Ho, sprite / texture work. Beb, sprite / texture work. Noodleman, sprite / texture work. James Slice, sprite / texture work. Okay, water ore, ideas, programming. Whoa, Akhil likes Minecraft. Where'd you get that name from, huh? Programming, culling, programming. Cull you from Face of the Earth. Kelpisaurus, ideas, mod configurations. Vazkey, like Vaseline. Mod configurations. Fresha, previously assisted with programming. Mureo.kun, previous inspiration for inventory layout. Previous, huh? You're like, this was cool before, but are you fucking kidding me? Give me a second. What the fuck is that? I did not click on you. Woo. Okay. Should clean up my desktop, huh? Yeah, maybe. Okay, so yeah, it's, oh, right. I don't want to play with you anymore. You know? Right, just like that. Yep. The disrespect. previously. We'll put you at the bottom, you know. Moving on, big text. Who fucking cares about you? Put you at the very bottom and just resource pack credits. Vanilla Tweaks by Team Vanilla Tweaks. Ah! Okay. Peeves by Hats and Dogs. Detail brush, refined armor. Ah, mi amor. Mi amor. I mean, just remove the R and there you go. Amor. 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 And Soft Weather by Vector Wing. SHC Enhanced Fire by H Shadow Scrow 8. Create Reoxidized by DB3K. Created and updated by Spidnell. Better Create Palettes by Kayla Dillo. Armadillo? Quesadilla? I mean, my first thought was quesadilla, but, you know, probably, yeah, armadillo, right? Create Style Modded Compacts by Wedge 1453. Oh my god, armadillos are everywhere. Armadillos are fucking everywhere. My god, they are. And skunks, too. I've seen a couple of skunks, but anyways. Better Create I've seen a scorpion. Scorpion was in my room like 5 years ago or something, you know, just like coming out of my closet or something. Scorpion like under my clothes or something, like in a fucking pile or some shit. You know, just I forget where I am sometimes. Better Create Palettes by Killadillo. Create Style Modded Compats by Wedge 1453. Vex Backport and Bat Backport by Scootoel. Farkers. I'm going to pronounce it that way. I don't care if it's pronounced some other way. Farkers Recrafted by Farker. Up to Scratch by Paradiscal. I've heard that before. I have. Crazy motherfucker. Yeah, I got my hand over the thing. Paradiscal. Paradisiacal is of a relating or resembling paradise. So it's that word, but a little bit shorter. For some fucking reason, tuberculosis, sites of vertebral tuberculosis. Okay. You know. Tuberculosis spine in children. Yep. Hey, you know, there's that thing there, right? You know, vast majority of people that are whatever psycho, whatever, blah blah blah. You know, danger to yourself more than anyone else. You know, same thing with all mental stuff in general, right? But, you know, assuming you're whatever, not that or something or whatever, not, you know, to put it bluntly, kind of useless, then, you know, high functioning and whatever, then, you know, surgeons and such, right? You know, that's where you'll find, you know, right? And other thing, you know, other related things, right? You know, and there's sure maybe even a little bit of like genuine, like maybe somewhat, you know, yeah, make good money doing that, right? Which is kind of the whole thing. Is like, you know, double-edged sword of there being an incentive to do something is you're only going to do that thing for that incentive. But you know, there are some people that are still just like, oh yeah, sure, you know, whatever, blah 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 blah. Sure, you know. But yeah, I mean, in order, in order to be good at that kind of thing, you gotta be perfectly fine with looking at stuff all damn day. Um, like it's nothing, right? Like it's nothing. So, Up to Scratch by Paradiscal. Better Mob Models by Juice underscore 7889. But yeah, I don't know. Well, I mean, I can go a bit further there. I dislike just how much of a I dislike how fucking stupid people are, and I don't know. People don't see that, like, you know, could it could very much so be the case that, you know, you even being alive is because of, someone that you have something against or whatever. Things like that. Or see some which way. Better Mob Models by Juice underscore 7889. Cork Vanilla Resource Overrides by Ferrano Game. Bagels Animal Tweaks by Mithril Bagels. Wait, I already... Oh no, it's Mithril Bagels again. They were at the top, weren't they? Or... No, were they in... Yeah, right? I remember you, Mithril Bagels. It's a very memorable name. A lot of these other names, not quite so much. I mean, still a little bit. But that's certainly a more memorable one. Mithril Bagels. Right? I don't know. Whatever it is, make sure it's memorable. Make sure it's memorable. 9/11, never forget. I mean, it's easy to forget. It's actually kind of easy to forget. It's not that memorable. It's really not. So, right? And that's one of the biggest failures of the terrorists was it's really not all that memorable. It's really not all that significant, killing like 2,000 people or whatever. That's not much of anything. Chill the fuck out. I don't know, you can get over it pretty damn quick. You can, whatever, bulldoze out the rubble, clean it all out, and just kind of blah, 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 blah. Business as usual again, in the grand scheme of things. Not even all that grand scheme of things, just a few years later. What's all that different, right? And it also being just in one place. Just one place, Yeah, okay, multiple little places here and there, but right, the only real thing there that's really all that impactful is the, in New York, right? So I get it, you're bored, okay, my god. Anyways, Mithril Bagels, once again, right? Banner pattern clarity by clarity. Okay, by Bebebea underscore lost. What the fuck is this gay shit in the corner? Oh my god, ew. Ew, why can't I make it go away? Make it go away. Fuck, I mean, you let me click off the other ones before. Oh god, no. Okay, it paused at least. That's okay. Great. Banner pattern crazy motherfucker. Vintage Photography by Finneganzo. Oh, what are you gonna show me now? Okay, Cadillac Escapade. Escapade is a cooler word. Escalade is Escalade even a word? I don't think so. I mean, it's just like a made up thing for this. Is it a real word though too? Because sometimes they use real words. Yeah, it's a real word. Okay. It could go either way, right? The scaling of fortified walls using ladders as a form of military attack. What the fuck? What? Okay, of course I've never fucking heard of it. Like, what is it, like the fucking Lord of the Rings type shit? Like, there's like some like battle sort of thing that has like that kind of thing going on. It's like, or whatever, just, you know, more semi-medieval times, fucking, you know, yeah, scaling walls, ambush in the middle of the night, like, just it's a car, it's a fucking car, it looks like it's like a minivan fucking thing for like a family of 4 6 whatever the fuck. New Game of Thrones tale. There's no undoing the damage that you've done to yourself financially. Banner pattern clarity. Okay, you know, it's all trust in your whatever is gone. It's gone, you know, kind of thing. Banner pattern. Yeah, okay. Vintage photography by Finneganzo. Authentic shot. I mean, the whole thing of anyone even like having a look-see-loo at a spin-off. First off, second off, if the original thing, you know, ended shittily and I don't know, just, you know, hey, it's this and that because it'll still make money, even if it does, like, even if it's, you know, even at like the box office for a blockbuster movie, even if it, you know, such a stupid term, but yeah, bombs, whatever. I mean, that sounds like it's a good thing, right? You know, that's a whole thing there. It's like a good thing, you know, like well, I guess it's like good thing as in it's like exciting, you know, excitement, entertaining, right? Like movies are entertaining and they have bombs and stuff going off, and that's a good thing, right? But here it's a bad thing. And then people literally use the word bad as like it's a good thing, and it's like, okay, just good is bad and bad is good, you know. I mean, it's not that uncommon of a thing to just kind of completely whatever, you know, that's fine and all. It's just like, I don't know. It's for slang to critic slang. I guess that would be an instance of critic slang. It's like slang that gets adopted and utilized to simply tell you fact, you know, to illustrate, you know, factual statements of this thing did not do well. It did not do well at all. And we're using slang to tell you that instead of just it did not do well, it lost money, it this, it that, whatever. No, it bombed. Fucking yeah. I mean, it's pretty universally known as fucking blah 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 blah. But it's like, I don't know. It's still kind of just like, okay, shut the fuck up. It just shut the you know. It's still kind of just shut the fuck up. Anyways, yeah, it's a car. It's a fucking car. It is a goddamn car. It is not, you know, an actor incident involving excitement daring. Yes, I know what escapade means. Why am I? I'm sorry. I'm just autopilot. Well, I mean, there's the exact definition, right? I mean, I know what it means, but like an exact definition. I mean, there's your exact definition right there, right? I guess fucking, you know, fucking yeah. Usually well, yes, adventure. I mean, that's how I would describe it. It's just like adventure. Blah 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 blah. Right. It's an adventure that is like, woo. It's yeah, right. Yeah, sure. Maybe a little bit mischievous and all that, right? Sure, kind of, sort of, right? Whatever. I don't know. It's just like, yeah, sure, whatever. Yeah, okay. Authentic Shadows by Liahim 85. Oh, I get. Anyways, yeah, Raspberry owner. Okay, right. Raspberry. Yeah, Raspberry project lead. So it's like, okay. You know, Raspberry, I got a bone to pick with you. You know, what is this? Hey Shaq, trash. I've seen this already. Well, I don't even remember what it was though. Uh, I've seen it already, like with the audio and all that, and like not in this tiny little window. What is it? What is the advertisement about? He's trying to open a big ass thing of pickles, right? Okay. Yes, yes. The lights, yes. Don't sleep on OSA. Medicine company. Yeah. Pickles. Right, right, right. Pickles. Um, Jimmy Pickles, Dill Pickle, the Rugrats. Um, the Rugrats. The Rugrats, The Simpsons. You know, the Rugrats, right? Well, title wise at least, not necessarily, well, somewhat tone wise, obviously, right? But, what is it? What is it? What is it? It's like from the 90s or whatever. Also, another thing is like Baby's Day Out. Day Out? Yeah, Baby's Day Out. Yeah. I don't know. That's just a comedy thing. Similar, somewhat to, but certainly did nowhere near as well as, like Home Alone, right? Um, well, kind of, but it's a baby, and but yeah, it's similar. Oh my fucking god, I fucking. You know, I like things, and it's just there are things that I like, and then they just get ruined by, it's just it's so hard to not be negative. It's so incredibly difficult not to be. Um, there he is with his pickle jar again and his lights. He's fiddling with the remote. That's great. That's wonderful. That's fantastic. Raspberry flavored, you know, raspberry. Taking things easy, but not too easy. What was the thing? What was the thing? What was the thing? The Little Rascals? Is it the Little Rascals? I think it might be. I think that's what I'm thinking of. Right? Sounds like Rugrats, but anyways, that's live action too, and it's whatever. But yeah, the Little Rascals. I think is what I'm thinking of. Yeah. I don't fucking know. Mention. Oh my god. Oh my god. The Little Rascals. Oh my god. Mention of the Little Rascals. Fucking. I had Aladdin on VHS. Might still have it. Had it recently. Did they get rid of it? I don't know. Aladdin on VHS. Few VHS tapes. Mostly DVDs, right? But a few VHS tapes. A few. $80 GB hard drive. Hard drive. A full size desktop hard drive. 80 GB. Yeah, that's plenty. You can do plenty with 80 GB. The goddamn operating system takes between 30 to 50. Oh, damn, you can't do plenty with 80 GB. Hmm. Higher resolutions, higher everything like that. Oh. Everything takes up more space. Oh. Can't do a lot with 80 GB. You still can, actually. It just takes more effort. You have to put in more effort to something, 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 to move backwards. Yeah, I mean, it's not handed to you because it's not the way it is anymore. That's not the way it is. Taking things easy, right? Taking things easy, but not too easy. When creativity hits, search, preview, and license. directly inside Premiere with the Adobe Stock Unlimited plan. No credits, no limits. Wow. That's amazing. That's fucking amazing. I need to do this thing. So I'm gonna do this thing. I've been yapping for almost an hour and a half here. Did you enjoy it? Did you enjoy this hour and a half of me yapping? Nobody's gonna fucking look at all this, watch through this, but well, I appreciate you if you did, I guess. Because it's not like there's really much here or anything, and it's quite a long time. But, yeah. Okay, bye, I guess. Bye-bye. See you later. Alligator.